Welcome. This is a demo for a new Live 12 MIDI tool from Heeps of Bleeps. This tool is called the Weird Shifter, and this tool allows you to shift MIDI along polyrhythmic grids or grids based off of decimal numbers, the same grids that all of my tools that start with the word weird work with. So yeah, the first thing to know is that this tab will switch you between polyrhythm mode and decimal mode. And this allows you to control the grid with different parameters. For both these modes, you first need to set your beat unit. By default, it's just going to be set to Live's grid, but you can also set it to other fixed times, as you can see here. But for this video, I'm just going to keep it on the grid mode. So basically in polyrhythm mode, just one side note, it says polyrhythm, but you know, this can do polymetric rhythms, tuplets, polyrhythms, and probably something else I'm not thinking of. Basically, the way this works is you set your polyrhythm here. So let's say I wanted 5/4 to be the grid. So that would be 5 beats in the space of 4 of Ableton's grid in this case, which is 16th notes. You can then select your note, and when you hit this apply button down here, it's going to shift it along, I guess, what would be 16th note quintuplets. I think I'm getting that right. As you can see below here, there's this direction tab as well. It's pretty self-explanatory, but if you want it to go back, you hit back. Want it to go forward, you hit forward. So now let's go over the decimal mode. Here, let me just put this back where it was. In this mode, you can consistently move notes by any decimal number of beats. So let's do 3.14 beats, make a pi type beat or something. So if you go forward, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, this is, I guess, 14 hundredths of a 16th note here. So yeah, it moved it forward 3.4 beats. And let's move it back to the original place. That's just a quick non-musical overview of this device. So now I'm gonna switch to something more musical. Here I have a beat that was my favorite weirdly quantized beat from the first Weird Quantizer video that I made. This is just a side note, but basically for any of Live's MIDI tools, you can't actually save presets, which is a little bit annoying. So what I've done instead is I renamed this clip the numbers that make up the weird grid, if you want to like remember which grids you're working with here. So 8, 16, 5. This is basically code for 1/8 note, and the subdivision is 16, and the number of notes is 5. So basically what this is it splits 5/8 notes into 16 equal sections, and that's what this grid is based off of. So I'll play you the original beat right here. So yeah, you know, not the greatest thing ever, but I like how wonky it is. So let's try to add something to this. Let's do a high conga hit. So if I hit forward here, I can move this along this weird grid, and you can see it's lining up with the rhythms of the beat. Oh, do I like that? I do like that. Okay, let's try to add something else here. Yeah, sure, mid-tom, why not? Let's move this forward. Yeah, that works. Maybe not. I like that one. But yeah, either way, you can see the general idea. This device is available on isotonicstudios.com. Thanks. Bye.